this is Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you my version of a chrysanthemum. Very easy, once again, to paint. You know, I really like the things being easy, so let's go ahead and get started. This is a number 10 flat brush plaid one-stroke brush. This is a number 12 flat brush plaid one-stroke brush. I will be using Fresh Foliage, Thicket, Wicker White, Moon Yellow, and Berry Wine. First, what I'm going to do to start off is to take my number 10 flat brush. I'm going to double load it, and I'm just sticking my paint, if you can see this or not, sticking my paint in each side and then going like this and just blending it. Basically is what I'm trying to do here, just blending the colors together. I am working on a large piece of paper, so bear with me on this, but I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the green stems. Now you can wait to do this if you choose, so you don't actually have to do this quite at this point. You can wait till you get the buds started if you want, but this is just kind of a guideline that I'll be following when creating the flowers. I am going to be using 3 colors for these flowers, and I will be using all these colors together, and that is the Moon Yellow, the Berry Wine, and the Wicker White. Excuse me. Alright, so to get started, my main bud is going to be, or main flower is going to be up this direction. So I'm going to paint a couple strokes to help me get this started. And I'm just using the chisel edge of the brush, and then I am pulling. So pushing it down and pulling, pushing it down and pulling, and again, just to get it started. And I'm going to do this on either side. And you can rotate as far as, you know, which side of the brush you use first, just to get the colors to come in to play, but that's up to you. Then the next thing I'm going to do, once I've placed a few strokes like this, is go ahead, go back in, grab my brush with the green, and then I'm going to put little strokes here to be like the base of the flower, basically. And again, it's just using the same kind of stroke method, pushing, pulling, and you're starting on the chisel edge. Now a lot of this is going to be covered up, so it's really not a real big deal, or you can actually go, you know, the other direction too if you choose. I like to get the base of it smoothed in, and that's fine. But like I said, you're going to cover up a lot of it anyways. Oops, sorry about that. Told you my paper was big. And make sure I'm keeping on the page for you. Alright, so I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry. And then I'm going to start with another one that's just going to be not a fully opened flower. Again, as you can see, I'm using the different sides of the brush. This one I'm going to lean in with, because it just depends on which side you use as to which color becomes prominent. So for instance, if I lean in with my white-yellow combo, then the burgundy or the berry wine is going to be the prominent. If I have my lighter color on the outside, then that color is going to become prominent. And you just kind of want to rotate it some so that you're getting a variation in color. You know, I like to do it this way, just so there's like a variety of colors showing. And then just kind of keep adding to it, keep building on it. And you know, putting some darker ones, some smaller strokes. And just kind of building it, as I said. And you can keep working if you wish. Like I said, making smaller strokes, more defined, and like that. I think that's pretty, just like that. The next one that I'm going to do is up here. And this is going to symbolize more of, not completely closed, but a smaller version and not as big as this one. At least I'm starting out not as big. Who knows, with the way I paint, it could be bigger. It's one thing I do like. I like projects where you're not really quite sure how they're going to end up until you're done. Like I said, with this, I'm just kind of adding in some color, but I don't want it to be too big. Like I said, I do definitely want it to be smaller than this one that I just did. I'm going to go back in, add some of my berry wine into it, and just smaller strokes. Now you can, have these come up vary in lengths, that's fine. If you feel like you're getting too much paint, just brush your brush off. Or if you have plenty of brushes, you can always pick up a new one and start. If you really want the color to show, then don't do any stroking on the side like this, because that'll take away some of the paint that's on your brush. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, I'm just doing this to add some color, and then I'll go back in and you don't have to overwork it either, which I feel like I'm starting to do, so I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to go back to my first one. I am going to clean my brush off some, since I've painted quite a few since then. And then come back up here, just want to make sure you can see it. And then start in with some of the bigger strokes, going in different directions. And again, I'm going to start varying them. And you come over the green. Don't be afraid to come over this green spot, because you're supposed to. Again, you can make your petals come out more, because I like them to be kind of fun looking. I don't really want them to be boring. And I'm starting to put in some more colors. And if you want, you can leave some of this green showing. Doesn't have to be a lot. But it is meant to be just a base to start with. Leaving some of it green and then some of it not so green. I think these are fun flowers to paint. Oh, well, in all honesty, most of them are for me anyways. I love flowers. Get that love, honestly, I'm sure. And you can lighten it up or put more color in it. Just make it fun. Kind of reminds me of just a funny hairdo. I don't know why I feel like that. I don't know why I feel like that with this. Just kind of a wild flower. And it's probably not as wild as I'm making it look, but that's my thought on it. red. I don't want to get too crazy with this, so I'm just going to leave it like this. You can make it rounder, you can add more colors to it, however you want to do it. I'm going to go back to my green combination of the Thicket and the fresh foliage. And then you can crisp up the lines if you wish. You can crisp them up all the way down or just partially. And they don't have to be. Pretty much anything goes when it comes to my painting. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of do some fun leaves here. And these are not a variation of color too much either, because I've kind of blended them in pretty much together. But you can add, you know, a little stem, little vining into it. And then just repeat over here. Do a little wiggling. You can bring it down like that. Just kind of go like that to close it in a little bit. And because I made these a little bit longer with this paper that I'm using, I may add some other kind of leaves in here too. I'm not really sure yet. Let's see what happens. See what happens. And again, with this paper being so long, you don't really have to make yours so long too. Like that. And then basically what we need to do for these is come up in here, and I'm going to switch it around too, but just do our little, get our ways of connecting them to the flower. And I'm just doing little strokes to pull it in. And if you want it to be seen a little bit more, then reverse it. Reverse it. Like that. And I need to come up here and do the same for this one. I kind of pulled some white out, which is fine. If you pull color, it's fine. You know, pull color from the design is what I'm referring to. Or if it bothers you to do that, then wait. Either hit it with a hairdryer, give it some dry time. But for the purpose of this video, I am not doing that. And I'm just going to kind of tap that in a little bit. Like I said, the intention on this one, you're not going to see it. These are you're going to see. You could even make this a little bit higher if you wanted to. On this, you can stick with this type of leaf like I'm doing. Or if you want, you know, you can still do like the wiggly leaves and then come back down. It's really up to you if you want to vary it or not. I think these are pretty. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. I'm not going to do a whole lot of these leaves. Just let it be a little bit sparse. And that's okay. Oops. Do like that. Do like that. Alright. I'm going to leave it at this. I like it just as it is. I hope that you do too. If you like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and you hit the notification bell as I mentioned early on. And also, if you would, I'd appreciate it, share my channel, or this video I should say, with your friends and family on your social network. I would appreciate any help I can get in growing my channel. Alright, there you go, and until the next video, have a good one.